Hey guys, thank you guys for tuning in to this episode. We're gonna run this episode a little differently. I had an opportunity to have a good friend of mine over here. His name is Kyle. Um, Unfortunately, he lost a stepson to a bad drug that he bought online, and unfortunately he passed away. And we wanted to, just spread some awareness to addiction. Addiction sucks. There's a lot of people out there that are addicted. Please, if you know somebody that is addicted, try and steer them the right way. Um, you know, don't influence them and don't make them think it's okay. Uh, Kyle and Sarah are, they're a prime example of people that really love their son and are trying to keep his name alive through their foundation. It's called
The Dylan Moore Foundation.
DylanMooreFoundation.org. So please, go help them out, donate, tell somebody. If you guys know somebody that is addicted to something, please help them. Tell somebody, man. I lost so many people to addiction. I'm sure you know somebody that has passed away from addiction too. So please, let's do something. Don't just sit back and watch. All right. And without further ado, thank you guys for tuning into this episode. Thank you for tuning into another episode of
Sticky Notes Podcast.
I am very excited to have a very good friend of mine on this podcast today, man. He took some time to come over to my house, to come over here, and I think I actually reached out to him to, because I thought that it was a good thing for him to have in his pocket that he could just share with people, and because he has a really good story, and I'm proud to call him a really good friend of mine. So this is my good friend Kyle. How you doing, man?
I'm chilling, bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate you having me over, man. This is a long time coming.
Yeah. And I knew that this would be a good way for you to get your story out there, man, because you're in a position that I think there's a lot of people out there that are in the same position as you. You don't even know it. But I think that you're in a place where if you share what you've been through, it could probably help a whole lot of people. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna reach out to him and be like, yo, come through, let's chill, get some grub, and kick back. I've known Kyle for years, man. We go back to I don't even know. We've been teenage years,
I would say like 17,
wilding out. We both in our late 30s. So
40.
40, right?
I'll be 40 in September.
He's gonna be 40 in September, man.
Yeah.
So happy early birthday.
Appreciate it.
And you've been through a lot, and I feel like from me looking from the outside looking in, you took on a lot. Like I know. All right. So let me let you start by tell me, what's your last week been? This week, where has your week been? We're talking about Kyle here.
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna get into
everything, right? Side stuff.
Dylan right now.
All right, gotcha.
But we're gonna talk about Kyle. So what's Kyle been doing this week? What's your week been? You've been working, right? You worked this week.
Yeah, we had off yesterday for Juneteenth.
Okay. So on your day off, what do you do on your day off?
Oh man, it's a beautiful thing. We were just talking about before we got on here about how much we love living in nowhere.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You come home and it's silence. And me and my wife are, we're blessed to have a crib just surrounded by woods. Yeah, everybody experiences, they lose somebody at some point, right? But, you don't see them like you'll hear people say stories about, they've seen family members pass away in front of their face or whatever. But, when you find somebody, that's just adds on to, just grieving for a death. It's not like, because my grandma died a month before Dylan did. And, she was a healthy 87-year-old woman, but she just happened to fall and hit her head, and a couple weeks later she passed, right? But, and even that's not just a grandparent that's on their deathbed or in hospice or something like that, right? It's just something crazy happens right away, and you're not ready for it. But when you actually find a child, in that state, I'm not trying to get into all the details and stuff, but but either way, it's you find a child that's not biologically yours, but my wife's son, she found him. So to answer your question, it's more of dealing with my side, plus I have to I have to be with her constantly.
It's probably hard.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of, that's the hardest for me, bro. I mean, it's, I always talk about Dylan's happened so quick after my grandma. I never really had time to grieve for my grandma. You know what I mean? Because you have to a son is.
It's like the same. You're grieving for two people.
Yeah.
Much,
Yeah. So I mean, to answer your question, I think it's just trying to. I don't have to worry. I can't worry about myself.
Yeah.
For a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't forget about yourself though. Too.
Yeah. Sarah lets me be by myself too, and lets me, you know what I'm saying, do what I need to do, play basketball, play video, do whatever I need to do, just to, you know what I'm saying.
That's a healthy relationship, man. You guys supporting each other, man. You definitely supporting each other. So you came here to talk about the foundation that you built, right? And you and your wife started this, right?
Yes, my wife is definitely the bulk of the. Yeah. She carries all of us. She does the. You know what I'm saying?
What made you decide to do this? It
actually started from our. We used to start on TikTok, right? But a long story. Leading into your question.
Yeah.
The foundation. That's like 2 years, something like that.
It was Sarah's idea or your idea, who thought of the idea?
Well, before we got on here, I was telling you that I tried this podcast thing back then. It was always a thought, right?
Yeah.
But, it took a while for us to really be comfortable on screen.
Okay. So
you know what I'm saying?
Right here, you don't got to worry about that.
Right. But even so, that's, I was a little...
This will help you get ready for it, though, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's was part of my ideas pitched to the whole, because we have a committee for our foundation, and we do Zoom and but that's one of my pitches to vote on and freaking, set my basement up with this kind of stuff. And
you see how, little technical difficulties.
Yeah, I might have to hire somebody to do the editing and everything.
That's bro.
Yeah,
that's
right.
a T. She
right.
know,
right.
I call it yo.
Yeah.
And, she look it up. So it was y'all. You guys are trying to bring awareness, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much is what because unfortunately Dylan passed away from
fake perk 30. It was pure
fake perk 30.
Yeah, it was pure fentanyl.
You hear that out there? You hear that? A fake perk 30, yo.
Pure fentanyl.
And how easy did he get it?
He got off of Snapchat.
Off of Snap. Yo, right now, if you got a little kid, go look in their phone and see who they following and what they looking up on Snapchat. Believe me, you'll be surprised.
We're in a I don't know what kind of suit it is, but it's against Snapchat. Like what they're posting on Snapchat, what they give the kids access to, and there's a big civil suit. I don't know what the stuff is, but we're one of the families in that suit, or the, you know, whatever it is. Just social media in general, not just Snapchat.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, you know, I take offense to, you know, them people being able to sell stuff like that on social media, and it being so easy, because, you know, I got teenage kids, and I know that if they want to think of something, it's a click away.
Yeah.
So, you know, that type, you know, it's
Could be in the neighborhood, dog.
yeah, man, you know. So for stuff like this, you know, just talking about this, like this, man, like it can help people.
Yeah.
So there's gotta be like a solution to that, man. You know, it's not like people aren't selling just weed now, you know, and even yet, you know what I mean? People aren't just
I don't
selling
even
that.
feel safe smoking weed if it's not from the dispensary anyway.
Yeah, they're putting they call it, you know, Fetty.
Yeah.
You know, it's got a nickname, you know, and it's like people, you know, when people in the hood, they're going to grab Fetty. They're going to grab, but they're, you know, to sell Fetty. They're not grabbing zips to go sell some Ace. You know, they're grabbing.
Them days are gone.
Yeah, man.
Them days are gone.
And it's just, you know,
Yeah, it's
it's
problem.
crazy because they're taking our youth and making our, you know, minimalizing our population. You know what I mean? So it's too accessible. It's too accessible.
Bro, we just came back from New York. We went to an event in New York, actually on top of Madison Square Garden. I don't know if you've seen the pictures and stuff on Instagram.
I may have.
But we met the Duchess and her husband. I don't know what they call him, but that was their foundation that held it. And there's pictures of me and Sarah with Prince Harry. That's his name.
Oh, okay, yeah. You can shoot them over.
But she's not. The Duchess ain't in it. Some lady scared her away. But yeah, bro, it was families that lost young kids, not just from drugs on the internet, but like cyberbullying and like the weird challenges that kids used to do. Like they used to like choke themselves out till they pass out.
Yeah.
That challenge, and they did it in the UK, and it was mad people from the UK there that like just online, just social media in general can do this for you, or kill some innocent kid. You know what I'm saying? Like you're doing your stuff on YouTube because of social media, but it could be somebody buying a pill right down the street on social media. So it's, I mean, everybody knows what I'm saying. Everybody knows it's not like it's new, but
I know, but you know, there ain't enough people talking about ways to try and like combat it.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Like it's everybody just kind of turns a blind eye to it. Like it's okay.
It's normal.
It's not okay.
It's normal now.
It's not okay,
fucked
man.
Up. Yeah.
It's not okay.
Right.
So like, bro, like how many people do we know? Even just me and you together, how many people do we know that passed away from stuff like this? Jeff.
Yep. Yep.
Like, I always think of him. I always think of him, man. And he was at my house.
What, that day?
No.
Mm.
He came to my house. Like, he was coming to my house. Like, so many. We used to play cards a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So we would
remember we used to go to Alex Ray.
Yeah. I used to have games at my house too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Crunk's crib.
yeah. one day he was at my house, and my kids were around and everything, and he was nodding off.
But
He was nodding off in my house, and I had to ask him to leave, and that was my bull.
Right.
But I felt bad, but like I was like, bro, like
Yeah.
I can't have you like just around my kids. You know what I mean? So, but when it,
I hope somebody.
I remember when he started though, bro. We was playing cards, and I was like, he was telling me how he was moving them,
We take perks.
oxys.
Oh.
He was telling me how he was moving them. I was like, oh yeah, and he was like, yeah. And I was like, don't start doing them, Jones. And he was like, I only do a couple, once in here and there. But I was like, bro, don't start doing them, Jones.
He had addictive personality too.
Bro, it was like us, bro. It was like
He was a good dude though.
bro. It was like a domino effect, so fast, bro. Like
He wasn't doing it for a while, was he?
No, I mean, he went from that to dope.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Like I seen him one day.
Is that what killed him? The dope
Yeah.
or the? Oh, all right.
Yeah. I seen him one day. It was like, you know how he used to drink Pepsis a lot, right? So he came through the grocery store, and matter of fact, I ain't even see him first. I saw a cart full of Pepsis. And I'm like, I looked down at the Pepsis. I looked up, it's him. I'm like, oh, what's up? I was like, what's up, Sick? That's what we called him, Sick. I was like, what's up, Sick? And he was looking rough, but I ain't seen nothing. I mean,
And it's crazy you say he looks rough, bro, because Jeff always cared about what he looked like.
Yeah,
he always had fresh J's on or something crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
A Civic.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, and I was like, "What's up?" And he was like, "What's up, kid?" He was like, "What's up, kid?" And we talked it for a few seconds. You know what I mean? And
He used to always be that.
he kept it moving. And then I seen him again like a couple weeks later at the Wawa. Talked to him for like a couple minutes, not a lot, but that was the last time I saw him at the Wawa. I went to his funeral. I ain't stay long, but I went and just pay my respects. And
I didn't even know that funerals even happening. I didn't hear anything about it.
Yeah, I went there. I
saw a bunch of the pictures and stuff, but I never.
There were some faces there I didn't want to be around. But so I was like, yeah, I'm out of here. So yeah, man. It sucks when you lose people,
Yeah.
So like, that's why I wanted to bring you on, man, because I wanted to share your story with people, because our podcast, we do like we follow the Diddy trial and all that bullshit. You know what I mean? But like,
news.
Yeah, but like what we started this podcast to like bring attention to people like you, to people like Joe, who I was just talking to people like Levi. You know what I mean? People that won't get any kind of attention unless people like me and T come and give them some attention. And I don't know if somebody else is gonna reach out to you from my podcast, but you got this podcast. You can tell people, yo, I was on Sick. Let's check this out. This is what I was on there talking about. And I think this will help people, man.
Yeah.
Just sharing what you're doing right now. So what's your next step? What you thinking? What's your next step?
Well, I mean, me, bro. I'm always I like to be in the background. You know what I mean? And I say that because
What's your wife doing with the?
Well, no, I'm just saying. Just ever since you've known me, I've always been like, I've never been like, me and Jeff are, I feel like, two completely different people. You know what I'm saying? Like Jeff was always like the hype guy, and it comes to the foundation too. Like I love what we're doing, obviously, and And Sarah's so smart and so strong-minded. Like, she's just, bro.
What's her
Target.
objective?
She sees a target. It's over.
What's her objective? What's she trying
Her
to do?
objective and our whole committee's objective is, Sarah's saying is, if it saves one child, we might not ever hear it, or we might not ever talk to somebody that our foundation helped to, you know what I'm saying? Like, might never meet anybody that it helped, but, just trying to get the word out there, and, it's Dylan's name, bro. Like, we gotta keep that going. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna try to get you a shirt too, man.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna get you a sticky note shirt too,
Yeah,
man.
I'm gonna try to get. We got some.
Joe, get on that. I need a sticky note shirts for Wilkie.
We got shirts for like the members of the committee, and hats and all that, but we don't have merch yet. But hopefully it's coming sometime.
I got somebody that make you some merch, man.
Yeah,
man. I'll show you.
all right.
Yeah, man.
We actually got our stuff done at Joe
over
down
there.
by.
Over there, yeah. My guy Joe. Yeah, man. But I appreciate you taking some time to come over, man.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you having me. This is.
Is there anything that you wanna get out there right now? Because this, I'm gonna put this out there.
Man, the only thing.
It's gonna reach thousands, hopefully thousands of people.
Bro, the only thing I got going on is the foundation and.
And what's that called?
Working.
Where can they reach this? Where can they be involved? Is there anywhere that people can donate to?
Yeah, it's Dylan Moore Foundation. You can follow us on. I don't know if my wife made a Facebook
TikTok though.
name yet. Nah, we used to be.
You're not on TikTok.
We're not on TikTok.
We're
We're
on Instagram.
Instagram, yeah, Instagram and
Is the Dylan
and
Moore?
Facebook, Dylan Moore Foundation. Yeah, there's on the
That's what's
website
up,
you can
man.
donate and all that, but we should have an event. I think we're working with a couple people to have an event and like a, I don't know if you call it a soft launch, or like, cause we had something at the bowling palace last year that we should raise $5,000 for a rehab that Dylan was at, and we partnered with them, and
That's what's up, man.
mm-hmm.
It's a good cause. Please, people. If you willing to donate $5 to the checkout person at Walmart, because they ask you for a tip anywhere. Everywhere you go, they say, "Yo, you want a tip?" I go, anywhere you go, you want a tip? Like, no, I ain't. If you're willing to do that,
Unless I sit down and eat and I'm not tipping.
DylanMooreFoundation.org. Go donate to them, man. Like, stop playing. And I know my TikTok gonna go crazy when I put this up, so please go donate. And thank you, Kyle. You're a hell of a friend and a hell of a husband and a hell of a father, man. And I got a lot of respect for you, man. So I appreciate you coming over. Anything else you want to say?
Yeah, it means a lot, bro. Appreciate it.
For sure.
We
Shout
know
out to Sarah.
all day.
Keep doing your thing, man. I'm proud of you guys. Rest in peace, Dylan, man. I wish I could have got a chance to meet you, but I didn't. But you got some strong parents, and they doing their thing down here, and I know that you'll be proud of them. So thank you, Kyle. Thank you, and thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Sticky Notes Podcast.